So, you guys have answered my question. This is just a quick reminder. I'm live streaming this because I don't want to make a video and edit all of it. It's going to be this Saturday, the Q&A regarding this thing, the bow. So set your calendar. It's this Saturday, April 27th. I'll be here in the studio, going live to you on YouTube, here to answer your questions. It will be 7:30 Paris time, and so sort of going through the planet. If you live in Melbourne, that will be 1:30, so for Australia. Hong Kong, that will be 11:30. If you're on the East Coast, it will be 11:30 a.m. In the Central Time, it will be 10:30. Mountain Time, 9:30. And in California, 8:30. It will last for 1 hour and a half. And so please have your questions ready. Have one good question prepared, very precise, so I can just go through them. And you can put them into the chat area on there. So I definitely will hope that those of you that had tuned in and voted, it was 54 to 41%. So most of you want to learn about bow technique and how to control this and how to make a good sound. And I would love to be there to answer those questions, which I will, and we'll see how that goes. It's going to be zoomed in down here. We're going to get so my head's kind of going to be cut off, and it's going to be much more involved in what's happening here using my wide angle that we have here. So couldn't have done that last time. We'll be doing that this time with the bow technique. And so again, have your questions ready. April 27th, 5:30 if you live in France, and 8:30 if you live in California. If you're on the East Coast, it's going to be 11:30. If you're over in Asia or in Australia, it will be later, 11:30 p.m. at night or 1:30 in the morning if you're over there in Australia. I will accommodate others as we do this. And that will be it. I have nothing else to tell you. If you want to say hi, we have people saying hi. I'm going to say hi back to you and zoom in, see what's going on here on the channel. Hello, everyone. Hello, brother. Hello, sister. Yes, you will be awake. Well, Zoldan, I will be working on things. Since you're watching, Dan, hello, Dan. I will be working on things that won't require you to actually play your cello. So the first half of this lesson will be really, I'm going to show you techniques that you can use without the cello, okay? And I'll demonstrate just one of those right now. Watch this. Okay. So Dan, you won't need a cello for this. You will need your bow. So you can sit there silently, quietly, and not disturb your friends and family, because the first half of this will be just the bow. I will show you and I'll walk you through invisible cello, which is this process that I use to make your cello bow straight. And you do this along your kneecaps. It's a method that I've used and helped people learn how to do a straight bow. And you will learn this, and you can, if you can just learn the process, the movements of this, then you will definitely get better at cello. So that's something silent you can do. I'll walk you through other different little techniques you can learn. For instance, I call this the spider, and you'll be learning how to control your bow as you walk your fingers up and down the stick of your bow. And as you see, it gets heavier as it gets over there. Go to the tip and then move back. And what this teaches you, what you will learn, is control. And it's much harder the more you turn this way. So that's, this is like expert level, which I'm trying to do, like on the fly. And you don't touch this really tells you, shows you what control is on your hand, and you can really feel it tight here. So that's something we'll work on as well. We'll work on really detailed looks into what the bow hand is. So those people that get tension right here, we'll work on that. So a lot of it, at least for the first 45 minutes, will be without cello. And then the second 45 minutes will be with cello and then answering more detailed questions. So you can still at least enjoy the first 40 minutes without making a sound. We have another question coming in from Christy. Christy, hi Christy. Will you talk about what kinds of bows there are and what special purpose each bow has? Which kind's best for playing? Well, of course I can talk about that a little bit. Yeah, of course that can be talked about. That will be like, we have this bow, which is the Torts bow, and we have the Baroque bow. So if I can go to luthier, and if they're nice enough to give me one and loan me it, then I can do that. And maybe I'll do that. I will go to luthier here in Toulouse in France and get that for you. So that's it. That's all I really have to say. I'm not here to do very much. We're going to have a lot more fun on Saturday. Again, put your questions down. Be specific. If you have a bunch of questions, maybe number your questions. Think that would be better. So if you have only one question you can ask, then ask that one. So number your questions so I don't have to go back and forth. And if somebody else asks your question, then we can move quickly through the different questions. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all on this Saturday. Check your calendar. If you want to, get your bow out, get your cello out, be ready. You're going to learn how to bow better on your cello. Saturday, April 27th, 5:30 Paris, and then you can set your clocks to wherever that is in your part of the planet. Bye-bye now.